So today, the foundation, by the way, this Madison Square Garden event.
Yes, Stand Up for Heroes.
Stand Up for Heroes. It just had the 10th anniversary.
We did.
Describe it, because all the folks who matter are there to raise tons of money for an extraordinary cause.
And the folks that matter, boy, some incredible talent. Bruce Springsteen, Jon Stewart, Jerry Seinfeld, Louis C.K. You know, it's a little hard.
The B-listers.
The B-listers. These guys all donate their time. Wow. They don't send us a bill for a thing. They show up, they give it to the front rows. So we have 100 vets and their caregivers flown in. It's a 3-day event of love and makeovers and yoga and meditation and whatever they want. We do tours around the city. And these guys come and perform. And Bruce has been there every single year. And we raise money for the foundation and give it back in more than 400 different groups and over $35 million given away for all different purposes to help with the transition. So we come in after the medical part is finished. It's that public-private coalition. When the government has finished doing what they're doing or only does a part of it, there's this wonderful consortium of nonprofits in the veteran space that can help.
What do folks need right then? What do they need the most?
Do you know what I'm most worried about right now is mental health.
Mental health.
We actually have a lower veteran unemployment rate right now than we do the civilian rate, because companies and people have stepped up. They know that employing a veteran is a smart thing to do. But it's the mental health stigma. It's the fact that these guys have had multiple deployments. So when you come back and you haven't had time to go through any kind of neurocog or any kind of rehab to deal with that, and we're still learning, you've got combat stress, post-traumatic stress, issues with intimacy. Anybody who's been in multiple concussions probably has some neurological stuff going on. They're flat. They feel like your brother, not your husband. There's a whole host of stuff.
And the rest of us. I often say this to veterans who have been on the program. The whole expression, we thank you for your service. And I ask, what does that mean? What impact does it have? Is it nearly enough? What else can we do? What does it mean, do you think, to most? And how much more can we do?
Yeah.
Other than putting up your website and asking people to be helpful.
Just rip a check off right now.
Other than that.
Yeah. No, money and donations do help, and we're the most generous nation in the world. And I always say to people, there's so many great causes in America, but this is the one that affects absolutely everyone. Because whether you're a hawk or a dove, whether you believe in war or don't think we should have been involved at all, it doesn't matter. America is not a great country because we have a great military. We're a great country because we have a military ready to protect what's great about us. And there are kids serving, so my kids can make that choice. Kids, 23, 24. I mean, I look at these young men when I go to VA hospitals and visit, or down to Bethesda Naval, and they're my son's age.
What do they say to you? By the way, my son is 24 as we speak.
Yeah.
I'm thinking right now, so I can't even comprehend what you're saying.
They say,
so
we're
what are
not
they
heroes,
saying
ma'am. This is just our job.
We're not heroes.
Yeah. This is just our job. It's humbling. It's really humbling. Because we don't tend to see these guys, especially in New York. Other folks watching, in other places might bump up against families who have served. But we're a very bifurcated country right now. Less than 1% serve, and they serve over and over again. So I feel like everybody in this country should pay $20 on their taxes in April, and we could solve so many of the issues for these young men and women.
Instead of just simply saying, we thank you for your service, which we do.
We do, and we love it. And believe me, they don't take that the wrong way.
No, but it's not enough.
But it's not enough. We need to go beyond that. And people always say, well, how? Yeah. And I say, look for these families in your towns, or look for small ways to make big differences. A dinner, a manicure certificate. These are proud, incredible families. They're not going to ever have their hand out. But find out where they are. Go to your churches. Go to wherever, in town. Rotary. Who are these families and how can I help?
What's the greatest leadership lesson you have learned in your life?
To know what you don't know, and to be humble enough to ask for help when you don't know, and to ask the best people around you. Because I think those people who assume that they know what they know are really horrible leaders.